Oh yeah, I need to fix my model while this is happening. Because for some reason it just stopped tracking my... Okay, no, it's doing it. It was just like lagged. But it's okay. It works. Lovely. Yep, Yummy's here. Yummy's here. Let's run the ads. Get that out of the way immediately. There's a pack with a free pull with the Blazing Vitality, which is Flame Swordsman and Metal Flare Metal, like not Flare Metal, no, Metal. I think they have a name, I just forget. Metal. It's just metal, right? Yeah, it's metal. Having a drink. Hell yeah. What's the accessories we've got here? Engraver is deluxe. Yes, I have to look at special. Special, we've got the collection bundle, which contains all of these things. Collection pack. Saucer guy. Saucer guy. There's the base. The coin. Oh, that's awesome. Wait, that's a bunch of lollipops. Makes me wonder if Surprise is a... There's a deck box. Oh, that's cute. Card back. The cupsy. The coin. And the title thing. The title card thing. And the cards themselves. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. Damn, that's a lot. A lot of stuff. Apical predators. Oh yeah, DDD and megaliths are there. The DDD ads are over, so let's go straight into it. Because I want to go do a quick review of an archetype I found on DB. Of custom cards. So we've got Snatchy, of course. Limited at 2. It's a link 1 level 4 lower light beast, so you can use no drama. I mean, enough people have seen this in action, but I'll go over the effect. If this card is special summon, you can place one Yummy field spell from your hand or deck face up on your field. Also, you cannot link summon link 3 or higher until the rest of the turn, but everything else is fair game. Once per chain during the main phase of your opponent or your opponent's battle phase, quick effect, you can pay 100 life points immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon, using monsters you control, including a Yummy. Crucially, this does not forces you to make a Yummy. Though I don't think any of them are tuners, so you do have to use another tuner. Also, crucially, number 2, this is now once per turn. You don't have to use the link. And what else? The Synchros can special summon back the link anyway. Gorgona Zolothonia. Oh yeah, she's funny. 2 or more effect monsters. You cannot summon set monsters to his own discard points 2. Monsters discard points 2 cannot attack. Also, their activated effects are negated. Gains attack equal to the total original attack of monsters discards points 2. Cannot be destroyed by battle or monster effect, while discard points to no monsters. So very funny. Very funny. This is just locks 3 zones of the opponents, and they have to put a monster there if they want to kill her, but with 100 attack, unfortunately, it's not gonna be that good. What you can do though is if they put all their monsters on one side of the field, this is just going to negate all of them. This is not an activated effect. It's just as soon as she is summoned, this is an applied continuous effect. So if they don't see it coming, suddenly all these 3 monsters are gone. And she gains all of their attack. So potentially very good. Oh boy, DDD. DDDD, Dimensional King Arc Crisis. You can target any number of Dark Contracts you control, destroy them, then you can special summon up to that many Doom King Pendulum monsters from your deck or extra deck. Extremely funny. There's a lot of Doom Kings. 4 Fiend monsters, 1 Fusion, 1 Synchro, 1 Xyz, and 1 Pendulum. Must be Fusion Summon or Special Summon from your face down extra deck by banishing the above cards from your field and or graveyard. Okay, hold up. Hold up. 1 Fusion, 1 Synchro, 1 Xyz, and 1 Pendulum. Fiendsmith has the Fusion Fiend covered. Synchro Fiend, that's probably possible. Xyz Fiend can also be done. Pendulum Fiend, I'm pretty sure there's a Pendulum normal monster that's a Fiend. Okay. Can only summon this once per turn this way, no matter which method you use. If this card is special summoned, you can negate the effect of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. You can attack all your opponent's monsters once each. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you can place this card in your Pendulum zone. Nice. Megalith Natraplura. Oh, that first UR. Their first UR. Because this is N, this is R, this is SR. This is another UR. Wow, okay, that's still not that bad. Anyway, what does it do? You can reveal this card in your hand. This turn your opponent cannot activate cards or effect in response to the activation of your Megalith ritual monsters. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can negate the activation if you do destroy that card, and if that negated card or effect targeted a card on the field, you can tribute 1 monster your opponent controls. That's a pretty good negate. Hello, Bob. We've got Miracle Raven. Once per turn during your main phase, you can ritual summon this card by tributing monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed 1. And then you can ritual summon this card with its own effect. This ritual summon card is unaffected by your opponent's activated effect. If you ritual summon exactly 1 ritual monster with a card effect that requires use of monsters, this card you control can be used as the entire tribute. If this card is tributed for a ritual summon, you can add a ritual monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Miracle Raven once per turn. That's still pretty good. Then there's the Yummies. They all have that first effect. If you control a Link 1 monster or level 2 Synchro, you can special summon this card from your hand. I think some of them have if you control no monsters as well. I think. Yeah, Marshmallow does. If this card is normal special summon, you can add a Yummy card from your deck to your hand, or if this card was special summoned, you can draw a card. Yeah, special summoned by the effect of a Synchro. Specifically, you can draw a card instead. Just, you know, if you don't want to add a Yummy card, you can draw into Engine instead. This cookie says if this card is normal special summon, you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls, it loses attack, or if this card was special summoned by the effect of a Synchro monster, you can destroy that monster instead. And then this says if this card is normal special summon, you can add a Yummy spell trap from your graveyard to your hand, or if this card was special summoned by the effect of a Synchro monster, you can place a Yummy field spell or Yummy continuous spell trap from your deck or banishment face up in your field instead. This one is crucially very different because it's from the graveyard if it's special summoned normally, but if it's special summoned by a Synchro, it's only from banishment or deck. It's also only continuous. DDD 0 Doom King Queen. Sorry, Queen Machinex. During your main phase, if this card was activated this turn, you can place one Dark Contract continuous spell trap from your deck face up on your field. Oh, nice. I mean, that's just a Dark Contract searcher. It places, but I think the Dark Contracts are like activated effect. I think the one that searches is like an activated effect while it's on face up on the field, once per turn. Let me check to be sure. Yeah, this is now when this card is activated. This is like an effect you have access to once per turn. And then what's the other effect? If a face-up DDD or Dark Contract card you control except herself is destroyed while this card is face-up in your extra deck, even during the damage step, you can special summon this card, then you can destroy one card on the field. If this card is in the monster zone is destroyed, you can place this card in your pendulum zone. I mean, that's fine, right? I think this triggers for Duster. Does this trigger for Duster? I'm not sure. Yummy Surprise. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect once per turn. Target one Light Beast, two Light Beast monsters you control, and two cards your opponent controls. Return them to the hand. Reminder that the Yummies can be special summoned for free, or special summon one Yummy monster from your hand or graveyard, but it cannot attack directly this turn. You're using them for synchro summons anyway. Also, it says a Yummy monster. The synchros are also Yummy monsters, and it does not restrict them from using their effect to tag out. It does not trigger if it's also destroyed. Okay. Return one field spell from your face-up field or graveyard to the hand. Then you can place one Yummy field spell from your hand face-up on your field. So you just rotate the field spells. Pretty good. Oh hell yeah, Sulphur Cord Happiness. Oh, we love Sulphur Cord because their cards are just... Yeah, Surprise is very cool. The cards of Sulphur Cords are just so full of effects. Activate one of these effects so you can only use each effect once per turn. Discard one card, and if you do, add 2 Sulfur Coat Pendulum monsters with different scales from your deck to your hand. Then you can special summon a Sulfur Coat Pendulum monsters from your hand up to the number of monsters your opponent controls plus 1. So this sets the scales. And then, no, this does not set the scales. This adds 2 Sulfur Coat Pendulum monsters with different scales. So an odd and even. And then it lets you special summon them. During your main phase this turn, you can conduct 1 Pendulum Summon of a Sulfur Coat monster in addition to your Pendulum Summon. You can only gain this effect once per turn. That's funny. Wait, that second effect, is this like different from the, I mean, it's functionally the same as the extra normal summon, but can you get an extra normal summon and an extra pendulum summon? The second effect does not lock you. It just lets you get another pendulum summon. You have to pendulum summon Sulfur Coat monsters, but I would imagine if you search this, through a Sulfur Coat monster anyway, right? Something to think. Something to think about. Special summon 2 Sulfur Coat cards from your pendulum zones. Ah, yeah, sure. Very cool. Megalith Anastasis. Yeah, that's true. Pendulum monsters are cool. Yeah. Yeah. Penned Best deck or something like that. You can discard 1 card, add 2 Megalith monsters from your deck to your hand. This card is just insane. Once per turn, if you ritual summon a Megalith monster, you can activate one of these effects, but you can only use each of these effects once per turn. Draw 2 cards and discard 1, or tribute a monster your opponent controls. Insane card. Insane card. Just so much value. DDD Sky King Zeus Ragnarok. 2 DD monsters. You can target 1 DD War Dark Contract card you control, destroy it. Also during the main phase this turn, you can conduct 1 Pendulum Summon of a DD monster in addition to your Pendulum Summon. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Ow, okay. When your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand, you can banish a DD monster and 1 Dark Contract card from your graveyard and negate the activation. Boned, I guess. DD Wise King Solomon. 2 level 4 DDs. You can detach 1 material from this card, add a DD card from your deck to your hand. Oh wow. If this card is banished, you can target a DD effect monster you control. That effect monster gains the effect without this effect until the end of this turn. If this card destroys a monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. Oh, we're just putting flame wingbangs on the most random monsters, huh? If this card is banished, probably with the negate of, oh wow, that's... He's here! He's here! The Star Ham. Let's go. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can discard 1 card, special summon 1 monster from your graveyard that was used as material from this card. Synchro Summon, and if you do, it is treated as a tuner. If this card is in your graveyard, you can discard 2 cards, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. That is a lot of values. Unfortunately, it is SR, so it's not going to be in NR, and is definitely seeing play in Yummy. 100%. Megalith Fullock. You can ritual summon this card with a Megalith card. You cannot activate the following effect in the same chain. If this card is ritual summoned, you can add a Megalith card from your graveyard to your hand. During the main phase, quick effect, you can activate this effect, ritual summon one Megalith ritual monster from your graveyard except itself by tributing monsters from your hand, including this card on your field, hand or field, including this card on your field, whose total levels equal or exceed its level. Pretty funny card. Lolipo Yumi. If you control a Link 1 monster or level 2 Synchro, you can special summon. Most of the time I think people just play MMM over the Star Ham because Obedience School is banned and Ham requires a discard. Ah, yeah, damn. That's true, Martial Metal Marcher is just better. Anyway, Lolipo is SR. If you control a Link 1 or level 2 Synchro, you can special summon this card. Yep, same as the others. If this card is normal special summon, you can target one card in your opponent's grave, shuffle it into the deck, or if this card was special summoned by the effect of a Synchro, you can banish that card instead. I feel like shuffling back into the deck is a stronger effect these days than banishing. I guess there are some cards you don't want your opponent to have the ability to search again. But in most cases, past turn 1, it's difficult to get back a card that was put back into happy. Yeah, yep. Lolipo. He's such a cute guy. Sulfur Primoa. When you Pendulum Summon, you can target a Sulfur card in your Pendulum Zone, return it to the hand. Is this a when you can? How does that... is this wording weird for anyone else? When you Pendulum Summon, you can target, like, after you Pendulum Summon? I would imagine it's like after. How are you spell speed 2 Pendulum Summoning? I mean, like, I guess they can't really respond to the Pendulum Summon, right? Well, no, they can. If they solemn the Pendulum Summon, then you can't use this effect, right? Because it misses timing. I guess it would also not work if it was like if you Pendulum Summon, because you technically did not Pendulum Summon if it gets solemned. Whatever. Well, the negative is summon, so you didn't Pendulum Summon, yeah. Do you have a Sulfur card in both of your Pendulum Zones? One odd, one even. The activated effect of your Sulfur cards cannot be negated. Wow, that is strong. You can use each of the following effects of Sulfur. Wait, let's back on that wording for the activated effects of your for the prevention of negating. So it does not negate. It doesn't prevent the activations from being negated. It prevents the activated effects from being negated. As in, it prevents like Imperm Valor and not Solemn Barone and such. Right? I think that's it. I think that's... If this card is normal or special summon, you can add a Sulfur card from your deck to your hand except herself. So it's a good normal summon as well. If you link summon a Sulfur Cord monster, you can add a Sulfur Cord card from your face-up extra deck to your hand. But this has to remain on field for this effect to activate, right? I think it does, because it doesn't say if this is used. So this doesn't trigger engrave. You don't want her on the field, and you don't want her to leave the field anyway, because she is pretty decent protection from imperm and such. Though she can be impermed herself. Readying of Rites. Add a Fiend Ritual monster from your deck to your hand, and if you added a Pendulum monster, you can special summon one Sacrificial Offering token. While you control that token, you cannot special summon from the extra deck. When your Ritual monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can banish this card from graveyard to draw a card. Wow, that's cool. That's for the new Ritual Raven. Dark Contract with the Zero King. This is always a DD card. You can target a DD card you control, except itself. Destroy it, and if you do, special summon a DD monster from your deck. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn. Except DD monsters. You can only use this effect once per turn. If once per turn during your standby phase, take 1,000. That's a yum yum yummies! Let's go. Each time 2 or more yummy monsters are special summoned to your field at the same time, you gain 500, and if you do, your opponent loses 500. This card is... oh yeah, the Zero King? Yeah, it's really good. You can pay 500 and target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including a Yummy Snatchy. Send both to the graveyard. A Yummy Yum Yummy is insane. This is just like, you know, that super heavy samurai ball or whatever, the orb guy, ball guy. You can just kaiju an opponent's monster. 2 monsters, target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including a Yummy Snatchy, then send both to the graveyard, and if you do special summon a Yummy Synchro, Battle Ball. Yeah, Battle Ball. It just says Battle Ball for 500. If your opponent activates a card effect, you can pay 100 immediately after this effect resolves. Link summon a Yummy Link monster. Each is only once per turn, but damn, that's a lot. That's a lot of really good effects. Oh, this card is here. Sakura Vanderage. You can detach 1 material from this card and target 1 level rank 4 psychic in your graveyard. Except itself. Special summon it. I love Battle Ball. He's such a fat fucking chud. True. You can detach 1 material from this card. Yeah, I read that. If a monster is special summoned while this card is in your monster zone, you can target 1 other face-up monster on the field. That monster's name becomes Sakura Vanderage until the end phase. What is this for? What? Headphones, please. I'm gonna make sure here that, yeah, figures. My microphone needs to be just toggle back on. Come on. Like this. Does this work? It does not. Come on. I'll use Blue Snowball straight up. Yeah, that works. There we go. It's the world's worst interaction. It's gonna have a use. I feel like this is like a remnant of the whole unknown thing that that what they call heraldry. the funny 69 deck. But like, what do you even do with two monsters with that name? Like, I guess you can change a monster's name, but that's a very weird interaction. You target your opponent's link 2 that they need to be on archetype, and then it's no longer on archetype, and then they cry. But like, you have to do it like, you have to do it during their turn by summoning something first. Like, this is like the same odd ass timing as Argo Star field spell. Oh, if a monster is special summoned. Wait. Whenever... Oh, okay, okay. Okay, hold on. So this means... Like, if they do something... Like... Like, say for example, they try to remove your board with Engraver. Right? They summon Engraver, you change his name to Sakura Venderage. And so he can't use his effect because he has to send an equipped spell equipped to a Fiendsmith monster. Right? That's the... I'm pretty sure that's... no. You can target one Fiendsmith equip card you control. No, I would have to change the name of the equip. But do the equips... No, okay, that does not work. It actually checks the name of the equip, not the... Hello, King Token. Okay. Well, that's rough, but there's probably a use. There's probably a cleverer way to use this. It's a different toy to play with. In for example, instead of the Bagooska in you can target Engraver, so it's no longer a Fiendsmith for the Link 1 to equip to. The Link 1 does not require equipping to a Fiendsmith. It's just checking for if it's a Light Fiend, unfortunately. Does it say any card? No, it only targets monsters, so it does not interact with Fiendsmith in that way, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I suppose you could probably, I don't know what else you could do, honestly, with the name change. I guess you can fuck over a hero. This is a hate piece for hero, right? This is just evil against hero. In some situations, like you can just stop them from using their normal summon, like their Stratos. If you make him no longer a hero, then what are they gonna do with that Stratos? They can't link it off because they can't summon anything but heroes, and all the heroes require hero monsters, right? Anyway. Cupsy Yummy Way. For this card, Synchro Summon, you can treat the Link 1 monster you control as level 1 tuner. Aha. Speaking of Fiendsmith, huh? So this does not say it has to be a Yummy tuner. It's just a Link 1. Any Link 1. If this card is synchro summoned, you can add 2 Yummy monsters from your deck to your hand, then discard 1 card. So you can just, add to discard any card. Also it tags out. If when your opponent activates a card effect, kind of like a Melfi, but for activations instead of summons. If this card is synchro summoned, you can treat a Link 1 monster the same thing. If this card is synchro summoned, you can target 2. Oh, they really mimic the Josh Rarity distribution. They did? Oh yeah, these are all rare. Hold up. We're at rares now. They made all the synchro rare. Oh my god. Wait, they made all the synchros rare, so if they have to like hit something, they can just like hit those. Oh, that's stupid. Okay. If this card is synchro summoned, you can target up to 2 face-up monsters on the field, change them to face-down defense. And then when your opponent activates a card effect, you can just shuffle it back. Then this one, if this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon 2 Yummies from your graveyard but negate their effects. And then it special summons up to 2 monsters, Yummies from the graveyard when it's tagged out as well. So just bunch of guys. Saibot a Soldier Swordsmith. Oh, I remember this card. You can target 1 level 6 or lower warrior monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but negate its effects. Also, this card cannot be used as synchro material this turn. Okay. During your opponent's main phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves. Synchro summon 1 synchro monsters using monsters you control as material, including a warrior. Why does it say including a warrior monster when it's a warrior itself? Does it mean like the other material needs to be a warrior? I would imagine that means that you have to use another warrior. Because otherwise it's kind of redundant, because this is doing a synchro summon including a warrior monster by default. Oh wait, no, it doesn't need to use itself. That's why. Okay. So you can use itself or you can use other monsters as long as you use a warrior. This card is really cool. There's probably something you can do with this. It's also only R, so like... that's really fun. It's a very fun level as well. All around a very cool monster. DDD First King Clovis. This card is synchro summoned. You can target one of your banished DD monster, or if a dark contract is on the field, you can target one in your graveyard instead. Special summon it. Okay. Let's see. If this card is banished, you can activate this effect. If your DD monster attacks a defense position monster this turn, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. Let's see. Alfred Divine Sage King. There we go. During your main phase, you can fusion summon a DDD fusion monster from your extra deck by shuffling its materials from your hand, field, or banishment into the deck. They play with banishment quite a bit. If this card is banished, you can target one dark contract. You can target dark contract continuous spells, traps in your graveyard, and banishment up to the number of DDD monsters you control. Place them face up. Wow. That's really good. Replica Lad. It's the lad. You can banish one other level 7 or higher monster from your hand. Special summon this card from your hand. Oh, that's cool. You can target one face-up monster you control. Special summon one monster from your deck with a different name that has 2 or more of the same level attack and or defense, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. The way this is worded, this is like the Altergeist one, right? Graveyard effects will activate because it's no longer it. I think. It's small world but a monster. Kinda like it. DD Defense Soldier. Target a DD card in your Pendulum zone. Special summon it. Banish one DD monster from your graveyard. If your DDD monster attacks this turn, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add a DD Pendulum monster from your face-up extra deck to... Well, this card does everything. I mean, it's not really good on its own. It doesn't do anything on its own, but like it does a lot of things. You can banish this card from the graveyard and add a DD Pendulum monster from your face-up extra deck or graveyard to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. That's insane. Oh wait, Sulfur-Core Solphagia is only R. When your opponent When your opponent's monster effect activated on the field resolves, if you control a Grand Sulfur-Core monster, you can negate that effect and destroy this card. Okay, if you control no monsters or all monsters you control are Sulfur-Cores, you can special summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, you can activate this effect. You can also tribute this card, apparently. Special summon one Sulfur-Core monster from your hand except itself, or if you tributed this card, you activated effect. You can special summon from your face-up extra deck or graveyard instead. I see. All around, that's like a really good card. Both as the Pendulum Scale and as a monster. Sulfur-Core eating good. Yo, let's go together. It's the isn't it like the sequel to the Footsteps or something? If you have no Let's Go Together in your face-up field, graveyard, no banishment, banish 7 cards from the top of your deck face down. Make your opponent banish 7 cards from their extra deck and or top of their deck face down, and they must declare how many are banished from each beforehand. So, I wonder what this is about. This has to be lore because this is complete garbage. There has to be some sort of flavor to it. I gotta look into that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Fellas. If Diviner gets, if King of the Feral Imps gets banned, we've got the new Searcher, and they made it N. So if Habakiri is too much still after banning King of the Feral Imps, guess what? We're banning this next. Oh hell yeah, Magic is seeing play, boys. Alright, there's Dark Flare Swordsman. You take no damage from battle involving this card. You can only use each of the effects once per turn. You can send a Flame Swordsman or a monster that mentions it from your extra deck to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot declare attacks for the rest of this turn except with warriors. And quick effect, you can tribute this card. Wait, isn't that a... I guess it wasn't in Master Duel yet. I feel like I've tried mass. Oh yeah, right. I tried. Wait. I think it was in a list that I tried in EDO Pro, but or Omega or whatever. I mean, this is a good card. Good that it's here. Leo Wizard, the Dark Fiend. A spellcaster, by the way. 4 player to normal summon a monster from their hand with more than this amount of attack or defense and an original level of 4 or lower, they must tribute summon it by tributing one monster. This card is so funny. It is. It is extremely funny. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a light monster, it can destroy that monster. That was just reverse Cataster. And if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add a monster with 1350 attack from your deck to your hand. Very, very funny card. This DD Lance Soldier. You can target one DD monster you control, increase its level up to the number of Dark Contract cards in your field and graveyard. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Dark Contract card you control, destroy it. If you do, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Oh, that's decent. That's decent. Oh, the Yummy field spells are also ban fodder. I see. There's Mignon, which lets you target a level 1 Yummy in the graveyard, special summon it, and also is recursion in the graveyard. And there's a Crocky, which is a... If a face-up monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon a Yummy from your deck. If you summon a Synchro... If you Synchro summon a Light Beast, you can target a card on opponent's... your opponent's controls, destroys it. And this one, I think, lets you draw a card if you... No, this one gains attack, I see. This one gains all your monsters' attack. Yummy Redemption is just making the opponent lose 200 for each light beast in your field and graveyard, and once per chain, if you synchro summon a light beast, you can draw a card, then place one card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. Once per chain, by the way. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one Yummy monster you control and one monster your opponent controls. Switch controls of those two monsters. Sure. Why not? Better, what's it called? What's the name? Anyway, Dark Contract with a different dimension. Once per turn during your standby phase, take 1,000. You can only use each effect once per turn. You can shuffle 2 Dark Contract cards from the graveyard into the deck, then target one card on your opponent's field, banish it. Field or graveyard. If this card is destroyed, you can gain 500. Then if it was destroyed by an opponent's card effect, gain another 500. Oh my god. It's like the same wording as Pot of Greed, but like so much worse because it's just gaining 1,000 total instead of drawing 2. So that's all of the cards. Let's look at a replay. Let's look at some replays. I think that's what we're gonna do. We'll look at a couple of replays, and then quickly after the ad break, I'm gonna go ahead and fire up Dueling Book to look at a thing. All right. Let's see duels in action. Let's see those cards in action. Oh, they have the thing. Dracotail. Alright, Dracotail player. Get ashed. Get ashed. What are you gonna do? Set 2 pass. Sounds about right. But now you can't fool us. Anyway, Yummy gets horned, goes Bell. Owned. Wait. I just realized. This can get ghost belled? card from the graveyard to the hand, deck or extra deck. Wait. Oh my god, because then draw one card. Wait. From the graveyard to the hand, deck or extra deck. Oh my god. This card is, yeah, some reason this they can get ashed. Yeah, you can draw a card. Like, it's just it's such a, like, it was not happening, but whatever. Alright, negate the field spell, that's fine. Beat over with Snatchy, pass. What? Oh yeah, branded, duh. Alright, full loss, and then Ketu. Ketu for 5 mana, special Cartesia, that gets impermed. Well, nothing they can do about that. Battle phase, attack into the Snatchy. And they have nothing because they don't want to use the 5 mana. Makes sense. Piri Rice, Ash Blossom, cross out. Wow, we had set the cross out. We were ready for that. Yummy surprise. Alright, that's a Snatchy again. Snatchy number 2. Field spell effect, Cupsy Yummy for Cupsy Yummy way. Add Marshmallow and Lollipo. Discard the full loss because we don't need it. Special, Lollipo, shuffle back, Yummy surprise. And then battle, and that's just lethal on board. That's just lethal on board. It's just a bunch of guys. They're just strong. Together strong. Fiendsmith Yummy, of course. Small World, we're purging that. Okay, well, Planet Pathfinder for Walls of the Imperial Tomb, but now you get rolled. Wow, very fair and good video game. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, purge on the Malice. Oh, okay, you know it's Malice, deserved. Deserved, actually. Get Yummied. Get Yummied. There's the Mignon. For Lollipo Yummy Way, Lollipo special summons back these two. Make Cupsy, Cupsy Wupsy, add Cupsy and Cookie. Discard the Engraver, that's ridiculous. Ash Blossom on the Cupsy. Okay, well, you die now. You ashed my Cupsy, you die now. Pwned. Very fitting the pwned emote in this situation, because it is in fact a cat kicking you in the face. Oh, Sulfur Cord, let's go. Let's go. Oh, Ostinado first card, let's go. Alright. Baka. Yeah, of course, Melodious Sulfur Cord is a thing. They're both music themed, so fun Fiendsmith fact. Fun Fiendsmith fact. Two monsters makes Moon. Alright, where are we going with this? We're making insulation against Nib. Yeah, we're making insulation against Nib. Then we're making Electromite and popping. Yep. Add Astrograph. Special summon, draw a card. Add. Just plus 1 million. Normal summon, get the Happiness. Discard one card. Go Cutia. Gracia. Special Gracia. Gracia, add Elegance. Elegance gets to set the scales. There's Coolia. Premoa adds back Happiness. There we go, Electromite again. Electromite. Put a card. Pop. Esculia. Pendulum Summon. Number 1. Promethean Princess. Okay, we're going places. Special Summon back Electromite. Pop the Promethean Princess. Add the Astrograph. Astrograph Special Summon. As a SP Little Knight. Then we go Happiness. And then we go Exceed the Pendulum. Exceed the Pendulum. Add back a... yep. As a Happiness. Special Summon the Scales. Tribute for Cutia. Cutia adds Angelia. Angelia Scale. Go Griffin. Griffin going to discard to set Happiness. Draw Roland Lockbird. Oh, we did not get the second Pendulum Summon? Okay. Dark Hole, negate. Droplet, owned. Owned. Owned! What can I say? Into the Void, alright, you're getting drolled. You're getting drolled, brother. Oh, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It did. Oh, wait, they can't. They can't do anything. Wait, actually, this is peak. Oh yeah, top deck Psyframe driver. Let's go. Okay, there's the there's the engraver doing the thing. Happiness for Primoa. Primoa gets Alphagia. These are both odd scales. Doesn't matter. We go Pendulum Summon. Pendulum Summon the driver. Why? Might as well. Attack, 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 and kill. Psyframe Driver showing up at last moment just to prove that he's the best still to this day. Folks, nothing ever happens. Ash Blossom, okay. Meows. Okay. Dark Contract, pop the Doom Queen. We're gonna... Ooh, Ash, and they're gonna call it by this. Owned. Copernicus, send. Lance Soldier, pop the Dark Contract, special summon itself. Special summon Doom Queen. Go for a Super Armageddon Scale Surveyor, special summon Necro Slime. There's a Solomon. Solomon gets to add a DD card, DD Griffin into King Tel. Link those off into Gilgamesh, that triggers a King Tel. King Tel gets to send a card to the grave, place the scales, Pendulum Summon the DD Griffin. And then wave King Caesar, link those off for Ragnarok. Then that gets us the Dark Contract. Necroslime banishes itself to make Divine Sage King. Shuffle back to make King Genghis. Into another Wave King. Oh, into Wave King High Caesar. Wave High King Caesar. I got it. Super Poly in response to the Dark Contract immediately make a Garura. They can't respond to that. Unfortunately for them, they do still have to contend with Wave High King. They're gonna just eat shit. Yep. Yep. Oh, you're dead now. Defense Soldier, banish, add Savant Copernicus. Copernicus gets to normal summon, send Lace Soldier. Lace Soldier pops the Dark Contract to special itself. That triggers that. Garura gets popped. Draw a card, get the Full Loss, use it. Impulse, okay, hold on. First King Clovis going to target, we're gonna impulse that, but we do not have a trap. Pendulum Summon Maxi to get lethal. Let's go. It's so funny. These are so funny. What a hand. We're playing DD Crow in the year of our Lord. We are playing DD Crow. Yummy Snatchy. Place Mignon. Mignon special summon Cupsy. Go into Cupsy Yummy Wape. Cupsy Yummy Wape. Add Cookie and Marshmallow. Discard the Full Loss. We are not activating Full Loss. Marshmallow Yummy. then it gets to add back surprise. We go Shamisen Samsara Sorokat into Gravity Controller to make Lolipo. Lolipo effect special summon back 2. Shamisen Samsara Sorokat special summon itself, make Herald. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, you know what's coming. Oh, wait. Actually, we're just stopping on Herald. Well, Super Poly. Owned. Battle phase. Now we're gonna special summon this. Cookie's gonna reduce the Garura, then we're gonna make Cookie Yummy Way. Cookie Yummy Way is going to flip down. They're gonna Luna, we're gonna special summon back Marshmallow, and that Ghost Reaper on the Marshmallow. Oh, in response, get rid of Espilon Knight for some reason. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and Cupsy Yummy Way to dodge the targeting, and then we're gonna pop the Luna. Cupsy Yummy and Lolipo Yummy. Discard the Diddy Crow because we don't need it. Okay, damn. Power Sync Stone Macrocosmos. Alright. Yeah, switch for Mignon. Special summon. Go battle. Yummy Surprise. Special summon. Lolipo. Attack, 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 attack. Just beat them down with Herald of the Arclight. Very good use of restraint in the part of Duelist A for not immediately going for Habakiri. If they even had that card. Maybe they just don't run Habakiri. Yamitsurugi. Oh, speaking of Habakiri, what a hand this is. This is, well, thank God. Let's hope that Habakiri resolves for them. There's Kagari. Kagari add back Hornet Drones. Hornet Drones. Oh, it's Yummy. Yep. Cupsy Yummy. Into Yummy Way. Get Lolipo. And Marshmallow. Discard Marshmallow. Special Lolipo. Special back Marshmallow. Get the surprise back, because we could just do that. There's a Yummy Snatchy. Yummy Snatchy plays the field spell. Go into Yummy Way. Lolipo. Lolipo special summon back these two. Go into Martial Metal Marcher. Oh, okay, we're climbing. Special back Lolipo. Make Herald. Link 1 into Yummy Snatchy. Pass. Just passing on the Herald on the board. I mean, it's a negate. That also is macro. Ash Blossom, Joyous Spring on the Mitsurugi. That's fine. We've got the Habakiri. So we get to do this. Add Ritual, Prayers. They're gonna special summon in response. Okay, Cupsy Yummy. Alright, there's a Mirror. There's a Ritual. They're gonna negate this with Herald, but we have the Mirror, right? World Legacy, World... Oh. Droplet that. They're gonna Yummy Surprise to special summon the other Snatchy to use the Snatchy instead. Attack, and then go Link 1 into Galatea. Galatea gets to discard the Mirror to add back the Crown. Crown special summon. They're gonna go Cookie Yummy Way. We're gonna negate the Cookie Yummy Way. They're gonna bounce it. It's negated still, but that's fine. Pop the Galatea, and yep, that's the end of the duel. It's just over now. Cookie adds Marshmallow adds surprise, but we just go battle. We'll run the ads. Edge. And then before we go, I'm gonna go ahead and just Dueling Book. Maybe My ad is about to start. My ad has started. There we go. No. Nice Genesis toggle. 397 points. Flavor tester. Set as default. There we go. Alright. So I'll be doing a quick thing here before we go. Because people with custom cards are cooking quite a lot. All custom cards. New first. And they keep making new cards because none of these were there yesterday when I looked at cards. I wonder how far. And obviously it's full of AI bullshit as well, but I do wonder if that means that Persona has some new cards. Because I know one of the card mentions fusions. No, it doesn't seem like they still haven't come around to make the fusions. Alright, ad break's over. So new series, PogChamp. I might actually make this into a video and make it like its own thing. I might edit it in the weekend, over the weekend. We'll see. New series. I go into custom cards, and then on stream I go over an archetype of cards that were made custom and evaluate them not on their viability in the context of the game, because I am not a pro player, but more in the flavor side. And today we have Persona. Persona, I'm not a big Persona player, but I get the gist of it, and the mechanics at play in this one are very interesting. I kind of like the design space this is exploring, even if, well, we'll see. You'll see. So, Palace of Cognition is the field spell, and it is the linchpin of the entire deck. Now, if you've played Persona 5, it is essentially like Persona 5. This entire archetype is mostly just Persona 5. It's entirely Persona 5. So, Palace of Cognition, the field spell, does everything for the deck. Because that's where you do everything in the game, the combat stuff at least. We're not doing the school stuff in this deck. If you activate only if you control no monsters, or only Persona or Thief of Heart monsters. So it's like a situation like Frightfur Patchwork or Frightfur Fluffle and such, where there's like two categories of the same archetype. While this card is face up on the field, Persona Ritual Fusion monsters in the Monster Zone gain access to their own equip effects. This will be relevant very soon. You can activate this face up field spell to ritual summon one Persona Ritual monster from your hand by banishing from your hand, field, or deck one monster of the same attribute. Yeah, you may only activate each following effect once per turn. You may discard. There's a lot of effects on this card. Like this card is absolutely getting targeted first. It has no protection on its own. Let's continue. You may discard one card to add one banished card to your hand that specifies Thief of Heart or Persona in its name or card effect. You can equip one Persona monster from your hand or field to a Thief of Heart monster you control, or special summon an equipped Persona ritual monster from your spell and trap zone, treating it as a special ritual summoning. So this is like Union, but the Persona can be special, like when it's special summoned from being an equipped, it is treated as a ritual summoning, so it can be special summoned even if it wasn't properly summoned first. So keep this field spell in mind. Basically, it does everything that enables the rest of the card, and that's all you really need to understand about the rest of the cards. Now, for the Thieves of Heart, they kept it very simple, which is really appreciated. They're normal people. And so this card is treated as a normal monster while face up on the field or in the graveyard. Of course, they couldn't just make it always normal monster because Primite would be a big problem. But also, it's a very fun touch because they are normal people otherwise. When it is equipped with a personal monster, however, it is considered an effect monster with the following effect. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a face-up dark monster, destroy that monster. So they're bringing the elemental counter. So she's a light, so she becomes like anti-dark when she's equipped with a persona because she has the ability to fight that persona, to fight the monster, that attribute. Skull is also light, but for him, wind is the element he is strong against. I think his element is like lightning in the game, which I suppose it's the best you can do, right? Light, and then make him strong against wind. So these two, like all the Thieves of Heart, have this effect where they're normal monsters while they're face up on the field or in the grave, and then if they're equipped, they get that Catastor-like effect where they can just destroy a thing. So we'll skip over for the rest of those and go straight into the rituals. So as you remember from the field spell, to summon these, you have to banish a monster of the same attribute, and so I went ahead and grouped them by attribute. And so after the light normal monsters, the light main deck monsters, we have the personas of this attribute. Persona Ash Princess Cendrillon, and this is where things get a little bit crazy. This card cannot be special summoned except by the effect of Palace of Cognition. Of course, it's a ritual monster. While this card is face up in a spell and trap zone attached to a Thief of Heart monster, that monster's name and original attack becomes this the same as this card and gains the following effect. Gains. When this monster is ritual summoned, you can target one banished Persona or Thief of Heart monsters except one used for ritual summon of this monster or Persona Ash Princess Cendrillon added to your hand. So it's recovery, but of course, this effect can't be activated if you just equip it to a Persona monster. This is solely a thing like you use the field spell to summon her with the effect of the field spell. But it has more effects. When your opponent activates an effect that targets Persona or Thief of Heart monsters on your side of the field, discard one card and negate the effect. This is a mandatory effect, but it does not say once per turn. And I checked the others. The creator of the card does know what once per turn is because there are cards that say once per turn. So this is a mandatory more than once per turn negate. I mean, it's pretty good. It only negates activations. It only negates effects that targets Persona of Thief of Heart monsters you on your side of the field. So non-targeting this does nothing about. So yeah, that's the first one. Then there's the second light one, Pirate Legend Captain Kidd. This card, we'll skip over the whole first paragraph because it's basically all the same. You know, it's a ritual monster, so it can't be special summoned by the field. It can only be special summoned by the field spell, and then it has the effect when it's equipped to something. Once per turn, you can banish one Thief of Heart or Persona monster from your hand, field, or deck. All face-up monsters your opponent control have their attack halved until the end phase. A convenient battle trick. I mean, it's decent. It works. Then we have Persona, the Heroic Archer Robin Hood, which has the following effects on the monster that it's equipped to. This monster is also treated as a dark monster while face up on the field. In addition, this monster gains 300 attack defense for every banished Persona or Thief of Heart monsters with different attributes. Reminder that the field spell banishes the monster for the monster from the deck for cost to ritual summon. So this gets pretty big pretty fast. When an opponent monster on the field activates an effect, immediately banish that monster. It's like a strange macro in a way, but it's like it's not once per turn again, and we see on the card itself that they do know that once per turn is a thing. So this is just a very strong floodgate. Then we've got the Earth ones, which again, these are good against Earth as well. When they do their Katastor thing, but let's move straight to the Personas. So we've got the Noble Milady, which has a very fun effect. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can pay 1,000 life points to negate the effect of all other face-up monsters on the field. And then once per turn during your main phase 2, if this monster did not battle, you can tribute this face-up monster to target and destroy all monsters on the field that have their effects negated. This is Dark Hole. This also beats yours unless you were to use the monsters you got negated on your side as material to do something with, like another ritual summon or whatever, you know? So that's pretty good. But again, if this monster did not battle, so you don't get to attack with this monster if you want to use that effect, at least. At least there's that. Oh, this one is really funny. Persona Rider of Rebellion or Johanna. So it's the chick with the bike. Alright? This monster cannot attack during your battle phase if your opponent controls monsters when you enter it. Instead, when your opponent enters their battle phase, you may immediately declare an attack with this monster. This effect cannot be activated if your opponent controls no monsters. So she's like attacking out of turn because she's on a bike and she's very mobile. Very funny. Very funny. If this card attacks your opponent directly and deals battle damage, immediately change it to defense position after damage calculation. So she does the Akira slide. You know, the slide that everyone does with that motorbike, with a motorbike in anime. Insane cook there. Awesome. Then we got the Wind one. There's only one, and it's Mona against, again, normal monster, and then it's good against light. And her persona being the masked outlaw Zoro. What does it? Oh, let's go. When this card is equipped to a Thief of Heart monster, target and destroy one spell trap card your opponent controls. This is mandatory, but I guess if your opponent does not control a spell trap, it just activates and resolves without effect. While this card's face up in the spell trap zone attached to a Thief of Heart monster, that monster's name and original attack becomes the same as this card. So it's more of an on-equip effect that also makes it a 2400 attack beater. Otherwise, it's not that great, but it fits the theme, so it's good. Then we've got the water one, which is Thief of Heart Fox, good against fire, of course. Persona, the Horrible Rogue Goemon. So this one gives this effect. After this monster destroys an opponent's monster through battle, you may immediately destroy all monsters on the field whose defense is less than this card's original defense, which is 2000. Very interesting effect. I think that fits Goemon as well, because Goemon has like that kind of like rogue thing about him. I think this is like flavorful. I'm not familiar enough with Goemon. Tell me in the comments what's the flavor here, but I feel like it's very close. Then we have the Fire Panther, Thief of Heart. She is good against water, of course. Persona, the Alluring Dancer Carmen is, oh, that's the funniest one of the bunch. That's the funniest one. So, strap yourselves in. Once per turn during your main phase, target all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Target all, flip a coin for each monster targeted from the activating player's left to right. For each that lands on heads, flip that monster into face-down defense position. This monster cannot declare an attack the turn it activates this effect. That is very funny. It is completely unpredictable. It's just flipping coins like crazy. It's Book of Moon for whatever you hit heads on. it's like a dance in some ways. I love it. Anyway, moving on to the darks. The darks are good against light. Joker is good against light, and and Crow is good against light or dark. And their persona is, of course, Arsene. Discard once per turn during your battle phase, you may declare a single attribute. For the rest of this turn, monsters your opponent controls or of the declared attribute are destroyed when battled, and are banished instead of sent to the graveyard. So they're all doing this Catastore thing, no damage calculation. This essentially cheats the whole thing of the rest of the archetype, which makes sense. This is the protagonist's persona, so of course he would enable everyone else by making essentially a given attribute weak against everything. That's very good. There's Baton Pass. That's the first strap. Persona, yeah. Persona. Again, I'm judging them for flavor only. Flavor is very funny with this deck. It's very good. But might be a tiny bit unbalanced in some places. That's not my place to say. Anyway, once per turn, when a Thief of Heart or Persona monster destroys a monster in battle without damage calculation. So basically, if they hit the weakness of the opponent by doing their effect of Catastore-like, right? Target one other attack position Thief of Heart monster in your side or Persona monster on the side of the field. The target monster may immediately declare an attack and increase its attack by 1000 during damage calculation. So in Persona, if you're not familiar, Baton Pass is the action of like, if you hit an opponent's weakness, You can have another of your characters declare an attack immediately as follow-up, and it boosts the power of that attack. Of course, this you cannot activate this card effect the same turn you declare one more. However, yeah, and this is once per turn. But yeah, no, that's the Baton Pass mechanic. The one more is getting an extra attack, which is the other card. One more. Once per turn, when a Thief of Heart or Persona monster destroys a monster in battle without damage calc, you can that monster can immediately declare another attack this battle phase. So, same thing, right? But this time it's the same monster, so it's one more instead of Baton Pass, because Baton Pass is another character following up. So they both do functionally the same thing, which is what you want to do is hit a monster's weakness and then get an extra attack with the traps. Which is like really flavorful, right? You do the Cataster and then you get the extra attack that's boosted. Then you got Execution, Hangman's Empowerment, which is one of the ways you can boost up personas by sacrificing ones you don't want to use, because you can like recruit them, and that's the whole like collection part of things. So banish from your hand, field, or graveyard one persona, fusion, or ritual monster. Notice it says fusion, but there's no extra deck right now. This is a recently made archetype, and I believe the creator just hasn't gone around to make the fusions yet. So we'll see probably at some later time if they get around to doing that, because that's a fun thing. Okay, and then one face-up Thief of Heart equipped with a personal monster. It gains one of the following effect. Yeah, target one face-up persona or face-up Thief of Heart equipped. Gains one of the following effect. Gains attack equal to 100 times the level of the banished monster. That monster gains attack equal to, yeah, the attack of the banished monster, but is banished during the end phase. So temporary power boost that's more bigger, but at a cost. Or until the end of the turn, the targeted monster may activate one of the banished monster's effect, treating this card as if it had the banished monster's name for the purposes of activating or targeting with said effect. So essentially, like getting the skill of the person, inheriting the skill of the persona you sacrificed to add to your skills. For the rest of the turn, of course. You know, can't have this be permanent because that's kind of hard to track, but it's pretty good. That's very flavorful because that's kind of what you do when you empower personas in the game. Then there's Execution, Guillotine, Fusion, which is the fusion spell. It does awaken persona fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing its materials from your hand, field, or graveyard. That's all it really does. It's just a fusion spell. And then Execution, Electric Chair, Itemization, which I believe is a little bit busted, because banish one persona fusion or ritual monster from your hand, field, or graveyard. Add a spell card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Now, I know that in Persona, you get to sacrifice personas to get items as well. That's a thing you can do, convert unused persona into item. However, I think adding any spell card from your deck or graveyard to your hand is a little bit too strong. But again, I'm not judging them by viability, so I'm not docking points on this. I just that is strong. Just commenting that is strong, but that is in fact a flavor win, 100%. And that's all the cards from this user. Shout out to Mr. Payday 222 ZZZ, I think. Mr. Payday ZZZ. Very, very fun archetype. I really love the flavor, the whole Catastor into an extra attack from another, the fact that all the personas has varied effects, and the fact that all the monsters, the main deck monsters, are normal monsters unless they are equipped with a persona because they're normal high schoolers otherwise. All very flavorful. Absolutely, like, it really sells the whole persona thing. It really adapts it in a very fun way. And I think that's beautiful. I think that's amazing, Cook. So that's the video, and now I have to get going because I have work today. So thank you so much for coming, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Bye bye.